we met.
Yes.
That was it.
Wow.
That was the beginning.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you view Nigerian youth in terms of creativity?
Yeah, everyone, every human being is actually creative. So, more so Africans, when it comes to creativity in the other side, not the sciences per se. Our creativity is more earthly, reading, visuals, music, sport. So the Nigerian is no different, and considering Nigeria is 1/4 of the population of Africa, so every 4 African, so-called black. I don't like that word black. I'm not a black man. I'm an African, like I told you, because it's our only race that allows ourselves to be called by color, and it was intentional. It's part of the psychological effect that they're giving us, black and white. We don't call the Chinese yellow, right? We don't call the Indians red
or white or anything.
We call them white vis-a-vis our relationship, because they tell us white is purity, black is evil. So I don't know a race called black. Me, I know the black man. I'm an African. So that is it. So Nigeria is 1/4 of Africa, population-wise. So every 4 African, one will be a Nigerian. So every so-called black people or black man or whatever, one is a Nigerian. So definitely that talent will be there. Even in the sciences, you can see we are very enterprising people. We can learn things fast and we are smart, but we always get it wrong somewhere, where the effect of neocolonialism has been embedded. Both mentally, morally, spiritually, and physically, because the religiosity that is going on, it's abhorrence to real spirituality. Africans are spiritual people. We are not religious in the sense that we have.
Yes.
So this organized religion is made to put us down. Religion is one of the greatest weapons the colonialists have used so successfully till tomorrow. So we need to check ourselves. We need to wake up. We need to be woke right about now. We should have been woke 500 years ago. So if we need the time to be woke, it's right now. So yes. So I'm loving it. The young people today in Nigeria specifically are showing creativity from every form. Look at the music industry.
Yes.
Look at Nollywood. It's not government. Our governments are so disorganized. Yes. They are so selfish. They are so greedy. They are avaricious. What word can I use again? Gluttonous. They just pack the money, go keep money in Switzerland, America, everywhere. You understand? Go and buy buildings. They don't care about this place. There's still enough money to take care of their unborn generations. That's the mentality. So they don't do nothing. The music industry, single-handedly, Nigerian youth build it up.
Yes.
Today is global. Nigeria has global recognition. The most positive recognition you can have. You can see people like Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy, Olamide, all these young people. They are rubbing shoulders with their contemporaries anywhere in the world. You understand?
Yes.
And we know now Nigeria has a musical form called Afrobeats.
Yes.
I'm not going to go into the grammar about the name or anything, but for me, it's very fulfilling. It's the first time in my life that I've seen that Nigeria has a musical identity.
Yeah.
So I give it to them. Anything they like to call it. That's not of. I don't have any bone of contention with that. So I'm happy that today Nigeria's music is known everywhere, all over Africa, all over Europe, all over America, and those people that we were feeling inferior to before, now they are rubbing shoulders. We are rubbing shoulders with them. They are eager to have us. You see, Burna Boy's latest album, Puff Daddy, Diddy, was into production for Burna Boy. Yeah. You can understand.
Yes.
And Burna Boy is everywhere in the world right now. He's selling out shows everywhere.
Yes.
Anywhere in the world.
Yes.
He's a Nigerian youth.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And when some silly thinker will call Nigerian youth lazy Nigerian youth. These are the most hardworking set of people in Nigeria right now.
Even
because
in the world.
Out of nothing, electricity is not constant, nothing is working.
Yes.
But go into IT, IT, Abi? Yeah.
Yes, tech.
The young people are making a headway. I have a young couple. The lady is just 26 years old. The husband is like 27 or 28.
Yeah.
they've been to Silicon Valley by invitation like 4 times,
Wow.
fully paid.
Wow.
From here, they fly to California because of what they know about branding. You understand?
Yeah.
The lady is the one who set up my Instagram and my Facebook, my Twitter account for me.
Okay.
She's just 26. She was just 26 this October.
No.
But she relates to Silicon Valley. She's gone to give lecture there, and she's here. She's not running away to Canada.
Of course.
These are youth. They are entrepreneurs. You see the NSAS movement.
Yes.
Those are the Nigerian youth that we have today. That's why they can afford to set up that kind of peaceful protest in a very civilized way.
Yes.
Before the government, send in their thugs and you understand, come and attack the thing. It wasn't hijacked. It was attacked. you get. So we need to face reality. You understand? So Nigerian youth is great.
Yeah.
I give salute to them.
All right, sir. Compare your work like 3 or 4 decades ago and now. What has changed? Has anything changed?
My work 3 or 4 decades ago to with now.
Yes.
As an individual, as an entity, nothing has changed because I knew myself.
Okay.
So I'm still knowing myself. Okay. So I'm still building up who I am. So technically speaking, I became digitalized in 1992 when I bought my first computer. Okay. A marketer actually came to advise me. Okay. And I love myself for one thing. I know good advice when I see one, and I run with it.
Of course.
Yeah. So every time I remember, I thank him. Kola Lambi one, no, that's his name. He sold the idea to me. He said, "Sir, it's going to be computer age right now." He said, "This one you are doing by hand. You still need other things." Yes. At first, I was a bit reluctant, but eventually, he persisted, and I bought the computer in 1992. And since 1992 to today, there is no day I know carry my laptop. It's part of what has affected my eyesight. You understand? But I'm a workaholic. I just love my work.
You change with time.
I've added that digital aspect to it. Yes. So it's helped me to move with the times because anything is like fashion. You have to be able to move with time. You have to be able to recreate yourself. So I've recreated myself over and over, and I'm still consistent. I'm still relevant. So as a being, as a human being, as an entity, nothing has changed in the sense that was the way I started out. Yes. I told you how I gave myself assignment. Yes. So I'm still working, but I'm abreast of the fashion globally. Yes. So you can see me in a group exhibition with 20-year-olds. Yes. 20-year-olds, and we rub shoulders together. And I love youth. Yeah. My friends are youth. Right? I just relate to them. So I believe age is just a number. Yes. Age is not wisdom. It's not automatic. You can see what's happening. Of course. Because a lot of these silly old people now, you see how they are silly, how moronic they can be with all their age. You understand? So it's not age. Age is not the big deal. Yeah. We are all souls. We are all spirits. Yeah. Because my friend again, Peter Tosh, once said, "I'm as old as the sun, the moon, and the stars." So, who knows somebody's age? We are souls. Yes. We've been in this journey called life so often. In this particular time, that's the age we are calculating. But I beg.
All right, sir. Yeah. So, do you have you mentor any kind of mentorship program? Career-wise or other
yes, I do. In the sense that my lifestyle is different. I'm very private. I used to have a band of youth, from the Kalakuta experience. Yes. So I remember one elderly man used to call me Babewe. Babewe is the father of youth. I automatically, at least I will have 5-10 youth around me. I used to, that Kalakuta kind of style. But later on, as I'm getting older, and then there are some aspects of youthful exuberance and over eagerness that some of these apprentices will display. They are ready to take your business from you. You get that kind of thing. So I started receding, but interestingly, this is communication age. Yes. I beg. And some people are talking about social media. They want what rubbish. See, because of social media, I'm mentoring youths from all over the world, everywhere. Wow. I'll be chatting with this one. Chat. Sometimes, one way or the other, there's a new young person I'm mentoring right now. Okay. The young man is in Ibadan. But sometimes I say, where exactly are you?
But you can communicate with him.
Yeah. Then the young man one day said, I'm 18 years old. I said, whoa, you're 18. You remind me of myself. Wow. Yes. I said, at 18, you're already thinking this way. You understand? Wow. So I have one in America who has already bought his flight ticket for June next year. So he's coming to visit and stay with me on internship briefly. Next year, he's already bought the ticket. He bought the ticket 3 weeks ago, ahead of time. So who is not talking about social media? Everything has good and bad.
Exactly.
So do your work well. If you do your work well, nobody will criticize you. You know, you're banned social media. Now you get Facebook. You know, so.
All right, sir. So, what's your greatest achievement so far?
Greatest achievement so far. You know, like I'm a man of essence. I'm a man of simple means. I'm a very humble person. I'm very self-effacing. I don't show off. So achievement. I just take everything in my stride.
Working with legends is great.
It's maybe,
I'm wondering if
say like high points. High points.
Okay,
maybe you can because sometimes words like achievement and so on, I feel it should be your epitaph. Yeah. R.I.P.
Definitely your high points.
Rest in peace. That's when you can achieve anything. So you know, like high points, there has been many. Because like I said, I'm a man of simple means. Something may look intangible to some people, but it may look very tangible to me. Okay. You could just mean I did a job for somebody and the person is so happy, and me too, I'm so happy, and that could be memorable for me. But let's see on high points. Okay, there was a time the Nigerian Music Awards was on with P-Man, led by Tony Okoroji those days. I think that was around 1988 or 89, thereabout. And they had the category for album sleeve designer of the year. I remember on 2 occasions I won, all hands down. It's like the Grammys now, and they say the 3 nominees are blah 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 Ghariokwu Lemi, blah 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 Ghariokwu Lemi, blah blah blah. So my 3 covers were the 3 nominees. That was like a high point at that point, at that period.
At that point in time.
Then like like I said, I'm a conscious African. I remember just like people travel today, but it's getting more worse now because the mentality is even very shallow now. Those days we love to travel for golden fleece. We want to go and study and come back, that's to help build the society. Unlike now that people want to relocate, like they are kissing Nigeria goodbye. So I had a lot of my friends who traveled. I actually wanted to travel too at a point, but it didn't work out and I just chucked it. So some of them will come visiting and they'll say, Lemi, we see you on the walk, we hear your name because of Fela's walk, this and that. If you're over there, you'll be a millionaire, that kind of thing. So sometimes I just say them, I said, me, I know they go Igbo land until they come and call me and pay. I said, Babylon owe us. We are supposed to have collected reparation for slavery. I said, so me, I'm not going to use my money good. I said, until they come and call me. And truly, that's what my spirit told me. I could remember a friend, 1978, and the guy just looked at me like, I'm gone bonkers, and I meant it. So I didn't put my mind on I want to travel, I want to go and get visa. It used to annoy me when I see that people go and sleep overnight at the American embassy for visa or UK. I used to get upset, like, what's wrong with these people? So, lo and behold, that's why I keep saying know thyself. So me, I'm not in competition with anybody. There is no competition in destiny. So I know myself. Manifest destiny is for each and every one of us. So it's not comparable. So I stuck to my guns. So by year 2000, Femi Kuti and Yemi Kuti and their mom, they built the New African Shrine after Fela died. So a lot of foreigners were coming for the opening.
Yes.
I got introduced to some organization who were doing a project on Fela. So from then, one Jewish white guy, very young, started communicating. He was interested in having an exhibition about Fela's life in America, so that Americans can know about Fela more. That Fela has such a great story that it needed to be shared with humanity. You see how you both think?
Yeah.
So small from year 2000, by 2003 the project was tight, and the guy now said he was going to have a group exhibition of 34 artists, visual artists, including me. But my humble self was the only one who worked with Fela, who knew Fela. All the other 33 were just inspired. They never knew Fela, they just were inspired by his music and all that.
Okay.
So, and it was going to hold in New York. And the guy said, one day he said that, okay, I should say, he was going to send me their FedEx account. So the original Fela cover artwork that I still have, I had 9 that survived. And he said I should use his FedEx account to, ship it to him for the exhibition. My spirit just said,
it has happened.
This is the time that I've been waiting for.
Exactly.
So I replied him on email. I said, Trevor, I said, my artworks are like my children, my babies. I said, my artworks cannot come to New York on their own. I have to be holding them by myself. I said, so you better plan it that way.
Yeah.
So immediately he replied, say, yes, it's true, Lemi. Okay, I agree. He said, okay, we'll make arrangement for your traveling. Can you imagine? Long story short, I get American visa without going to embassy.
Wow.
I'm telling you the fact.
Wow.
2003. 1978 to how many years? 25 years.
Wow.
That's how principled I am.
Exactly.
So I have a sense of fulfillment any day.
Wow.
Because I'm living my life. I've lived my life so far the way I love it.
Wow.
So it's a very the question you asked is a very
the high points.
A good high point. So I landed New York. American embassy gives you the first visa ever. It's 3 months visa.
Okay.
My sister, I got it extended there without coming back to Nigeria. I stayed 6 months straight.
Wow.
And they were inviting me for lecture, artist talk.
One lecture to another.
That was the first time in my life people will look at me. Oyibo. They say, Lemi, we grew up with your artwork. We fell in love with Fela's music. When we got into the record store, we saw the artwork and we picked it up and said, what music is here? And they said, you are a legend. I pinched myself. Me, where I did for Shomolu, where they carry plate, and they do printing that time. I said, me, legend. You see? So that's one major high point. That was 2003.
Wow,
then
great.
fast forward, another one, 2010. The Fela on Broadway, the Broadway show. Yeah, so I was with the team for the Broadway team in New York, in the US for 3 months. Then in the UK also for 2 months. Those are high points. Then I got to do the Fela bus. I'll show you I will send you the documentary sometimes. So I created the Fela bus for the show. Okay, so those are like major.
Alright, sir. Your advice for up and coming visual artists, for future visual artists.
Yeah, my advice is for anyone in this life. Anyone, know thyself. So when you know yourself, you have to have a vision. Then you set goal, towards it. It's like you're on a journey. You're going to Benin now. So you have to have your plan. You need to know the motor garage where you get the Benin bus, right?
Yes.
Then you need to know the timing, right? You need to have the money, right? Then you enjoy the journey step by step.
Yes.
By the time the motor pass reach Lagos Ibadan Express, enjoy them. Because you may not reach Benin.
And in all true, know thyself.
And you may reach Benin and pass Benin. So know thyself. So anything, you're a visual artist, you're a photographer, you are whatever.
Any creative
anything whatsoever, any profession whatsoever, you have to be dedicated. You have to be consistent. to create a brand.
Yes.
So your talent, you develop it so that you monetize it. But you don't start with money. If you start with money, you get lazy, because it will become like a burden. The process itself will look like a drudgery to you, because you are thinking of the harvest.
Yes.
So the planting of the seedling, the nurturing, the watering, the tending will now look like. So how are you going to get to harvest?
Yes.
So you cannot harvest before you plant. So to anyone in this life, anything you choose with your hands, your hearts, and your eyes, and your nose, and your ears to reason and do it conscientiously.
Thank you so much, sir, for having us on this interview. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.